But I have a question for you because we live in a day and age where there's tons of content everywhere with social media, where a lot of people are putting out their stories, and who knows if they're real, because that's a part of it also. But there are so many people sharing so much in the world right now, yet we still have so much disease. It's worse than ever. What do you think that is? Do you think that's not being authentic to your story? Do you think that's just trying to show off and have ego? Because a lot of people use social media as a platform to generate likes, to not just tell a story, but it's the story they want to show. I actually heard that in the future, it's going to be much more valuable that your digital self, the one no one ever truly meets, is more, healthy and vibrant and successful than the real you. It's literally going to be two of you. And you could be sitting in your house all day in your underwear, just fat, as long as your digital self is out there making money, looking good, like doing all this stuff. That's what's going to matter more, that they said, these people. So what do you think it is that has us in the state right now where it's like so much social media, so much going on, yet we're sicker and more depressed than ever?
There are two things there, and I'm going to forget the second one as I tell you the first one. Warning. Okay. I think it's a beast that feeds itself. So I think social media technology came onto the scene. Let's go back to just technology and the internet way before even social media happened. And we had this sort of heightened exchange of information and this amazing ability to communicate better than we ever had. Because we could be digital, we could reach people on the other side of the world. It became free at a certain point. There was still a point where you were like paying on Skype and then all of a sudden it was like, it's free to talk to anyone, anytime. And there are these wonderful perks, right? But kind of as with anything, I remember getting this quote on one of my yogi tea bags. It said, "Too much joy is bad for the heart." And I've never been able to track it down. It just says anonymous or whatever, but I think it just said old Zen proverb or something like that on there. But, too much of anything, even your best friend, even the thing you love to do, like I said before, too much. If there isn't a balance, I think we've created a monster. And now the monster being, the whole of this digital planet, that we are now digital beings in. And it's the same thing we were talking about with Manhattan. It's like that kill or be killed, it's like rush or get run down, and it's become digital or disappear. And here's the second thing that I didn't forget, or I just remembered it. Oops, there it goes.
So you just got to blurt it out. You got cocky. Oh, see, I remembered it. And you start talking about remembering it and it went away.
But that was funny. And we got a laugh out of it. So I don't care. No.
Always the entertainer.
Yes. No, so the digital, I remembered. So when we were talking about healing before, oh my God, Casper, just don't speak. Just left. The choice. There is choice, right? And I know we're saying how hard it is to choose to be organic and tempered in a world that is rushing and has all this like crazy sort of man-made nonsense going on, right? It's hard to keep that natural rhythm and flow. But there are people choosing to do it. There are a lot of people, there are conversations like this happening. This is what art is for. And there are ways to digitally make art and connect. We are just abusing it. So another reason why I want to get Limelight Journey wrapped up is because my next project, which I think I told you about when I was at home, that Soda Pop Theater project, with the bits of the lyrics. So I'm really excited because I want to produce something next that combines digital communication and artistic expression with the human experience. Because I don't think we are going to get away from the digital. It's here. And I think we'll die. I think we will implode if we don't keep the human element alive. That is not going to go well if we become fully digitized, because we're not. That's not what we are. Even if there's two of us, So yes. So to answer your question about, is it people's inauthenticity or these stories inauthentic that are creating the, rounds and rounds of disease? It's the same thing we were talking about with the center and why NYCIM and centers like that. In my opinion, there's nothing like it, but places that strive to get to the bottom of things is because they want to understand the energy behind the issue, the energy feeding the problem. And so it's the same thing with entertainment. And it's the same thing why I backed off of Limelight Journey. I didn't want a manic, frantic, sick, diseased energy fueling a project about wellness and stillness and human connection. I want to be the ball, so to speak. It's like, I wanted to be in it the way I'm talking about it and to remain authentic. So I don't think people know necessarily when their energy is driven by ego, if they're driven by ego or greed or any of these things that will eventually run you into a brick wall and create a bloody mess that you're going to have to clean up. It's nature, it's science, that's physics, it happens, right? So I think storytelling is great no matter how you're telling your story, because you're going to learn about yourself. So I applaud all the people on TikTok, and I applaud all the people doing, Instagram stories and IG lives who are figuring out how to put themselves forward in this weird, no manual world that we're in, especially now with the no manual. Like, what are we all doing? How do we handle all of this stuff going on? And I think that digital platform has become a place for people to really explore who they are and what they want to say. And I hope that people don't have to suffer too much or get beaten up too badly to figure out how to slow down and be honest with themselves and put forth a product and a message that's true and beautiful. I lie still all the time. I catch myself, You keep dropping song names of mine. It's so funny. I should be writing them down, but you said it's a long journey. And last night I was playing that song on my guitar, and there is my favorite line, which is the line is, "And though I know the answers, I sometimes still cheat."
It's beautiful. And listen, I feel the way I feel about digital media and just social media is the same way I feel about like telemedicine and digital medicine. I think it has a place, but I also think it's ridiculous to think it will replace actual like place you go to and get treatment, right? You can't get on a phone with someone and get a procedure that is necessary for your health. You can't get on the phone with someone and actually get a connection with a doctor that's going to put their hands on you and really try and tell what's going on. And you won't have that level of trust there as well. And I think that's the same for any interaction. I think it's useful. I really do. And I think you could tell a wonderful story. But imagine being able to tell that story to someone while they're crying and hug them, right? And have that connection. And I know you could reach so many more people. I guess what I'm saying is balance again, right? Look at the digital side, put out your story that way, but try and connect with people in real life as well.